Hey, I'm Tom.
And I'm Tanner.
Welcome to episode 114 of Bird Squawk.
We got a lot to get into today. Obviously, we got the schedule to run into, but before we get into that, we got to talk about the big news. Bradberry coming to the Birds, and now his defense shoring up a little bit, getting a little better. 1 year deal, $10 million.
Woo! Just when you think he couldn't get any better, man, it just keeps getting better. No excuses for Gannon this year.
The move we wanted, they holding out for a good corner or safety. They get the corner, sure that up. If you get a safety, which I don't think they will, but if you go out and get a safety, this defense, whew, we'll have to see.
Years of slander and Howie, man. I got to take it all back.
There's a lot of people retracting a lot of things they said, but we'll get more into that either at the end of this week's episode or more in the next week as we start really looking at this team. And we're going to run through the schedule. We do this every year. Schedule just comes out. We'll run through it just for a reminder for y'all. I was right last year.
He was.
I'm good
I
here.
didn't forget that, but he was dead on. Dead on.
So here we go.
Let's jump right into it.
Let's run into it. Week 1, at the Lions, dub.
I got that as a win. That one scares me a little bit because Lions, I think, are going to be better, but dub.
Could be a trap game a little bit, but I think they come out. I think it's going to be very similar to Atlanta. They're going to come out, handle business, look good, get everyone excited, and see where the rest goes. But 1-0, Vikings, Monday Night Football, at home opener. Place is going to be rocking. I said yesterday or 2 days ago, they should go all black with the black helmets. They won't. They'll go all green, sweet. But that's going to be a dub as well.
Yeah, I mean,
it'll be a tough game, but I think the atmosphere and all that is going to be too much.
The place on a Monday night home opener, place is going to be, I mean, as soon as they open the parking lots, if it's 9 o'clock in the morning, it's going to be packed. It's going to be ready to go, and that place is going to be electric. I got that as a dub.
All right, week 3 at Commanders, dub.
Yeah, I got that as a win. That's a big one on the schedule there, but
I think
I got that one.
I think
too.
Washington is going to be a little better this year. I think Carson is going to be all right. I think he's going to have his flurries. I think he has the potential to maybe steal one against us this year. I do have them winning both games, but I do think they could maybe sneak one out. Have one of those games against us. We'll have to see, but I do have it as a win.
Yeah, we'll see. I got it as a win as well.
Week 4, Jaguars at home, dub.
Oh yeah, that's a win.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even take notice that we hosted them. Dougie's coming.
Dougie's coming back to
lots of reunions this year.
I feel like we got to get back to where the vet is like.
Yep, the vet.
I mean, the link. I'm sorry.
Show your age there.
OG. Where the link is definitely our home advantage. You know, the past couple of years, it's been a little suspect at home, but we need to get back to where you don't come in and beat us at the link.
I agree with that. I think this team has the potential to beat that.
That's 4-0.
Week 5 at Cardinals. I know Hopkins is not going to be playing. I have that as a loss.
I got that as a dub.
I think that's
we
just
go
a
out
tough
there,
game.
take care of business. I mean, Kyler Murray still going to be getting used to who's the guy?
Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins.
No, the guy he got from the
Ravens.
Hollywood Brown. I'm not really scared of Hollywood Brown. I think by the 5th game, we're ready to roll.
Is it winnable? Yes, but I have it as a loss.
I got 5-0.
Coming home then, Sunday Night Football against the Cowboys. Every year I split the games. I have this one as an L, but you could have it as a dub. I have the other game against the Cowboys as a dub, so.
Yeah, I'm kind of splitting this series as well. I mean, I'm taking this one as a win. I got us going into the bye 6-0.
Yeah, week 7 bye. I have them 4-2. I had 2 hiccups there right at the end, but I think those are tough games. They can win, but I originally went through this and went, whoa, I am a little on the hype train right now, and I've toned my review.
I think the whole Philadelphia, Lehigh Valley, Jersey area is on the hype train after what we've seen in the draft and what Howie's continuing to do and the pieces that we're adding. We're getting some swag on this team. That's something we've been talking about for a couple years. We need swag. We need guys that come in with a tude and take care of business. I think A.J. Brown brings in a tude.
Yep.
I think this Bradberry and Slay, definitely bringing the two.
I mean, just briefly on Bradberry again. Him and Slay, since 2016, there are two corners with 15 plus interceptions, 80 plus pass breakups. Both of them are on the Eagles. It's those two. That's crazy.
Woo.
That's a great stat. So we'll get back into the schedule here. Week 7 bye, a little early, but not terrible. Week 8 Steelers, I have a win.
I got that as a win as well.
Week 9 Thursday Night Football against the Texans, win.
Yeah, that's a win. That's a win.
Gotta handle business.
9-0.
Week 10 Commanders, Monday Night Football. Carson coming back to Philly. I got a win.
Definitely a win. We're not letting that guy come back into our house and beat us. You know.
Yeah, that'll be
all the love we had for the dude. You know,
it'll be
I
very.
Can't get over him quitting.
It'll be very interesting the reception he receives. It'll be very.
Booed.
He will.
Booed.
It will. It'll be interesting with Dougie too. But Dougie will get you.
Dougie's getting cheered, man. Dougie, much love for Dougie, man. He brought us the Lombardi Trophy, for Christ's sake.
Week 11. This one I was mixed on. I initially going through, I had it as a win. I changed it to the loss, the Colts. I think it's a toss-up game. I changed it to an L because I think there's another one of those hiccups in there, but they could win this game.
That's on the road. I had that as an L as well. I mean, that is a toss-up game. You know, they're going to be some of those games that we feel not too confident in, that we got to go maybe sneak out.
That's what we said last year. Their schedule, they were chalk last year. They won what they needed to, lost what they were supposed to.
Yeah.
And they need to have a couple of those shocker games this year. So we'll have to see from that. Week 12, come home Sunday Night Football against the Packers. I also have that one as a loss, but winnable.
Yeah, I have that one as an L as well. I'm not really that scared of the Packers.
Me either. I'm not.
But, you know, you throw Rodgers in there anytime, and that dude can get it done.
Yeah.
I mean, it don't matter who he's throwing the ball to. I mean, he can get it done.
I have Week 13, Titans, the old A.J. Brown thing. I think that's a win.
And that one's at the link as well.
I think the Titans are in shambles at that point. I think Malik Willis is rumored to be playing around at that point. I see things not falling apart down there, but they're going to take a step back this year.
Yeah, I got that as a win.
Next week, then we go on a 3-game road trip. We go to the Giants, win.
Win.
We go to the Bears, win.
Win.
And then Christmas Eve against the Cowboys. Once again, I had the original one a loss. I have that one as a win.
I have that one as a loss.
So, interchange those two. I
kind of swapped those two just because I feel better at the link. But, I mean, Christmas Eve down there, yeah.
It's going to be interesting, but it should be exciting. But, yes, I have that one as a win.
I wouldn't be shocked if we beat them, but...
No, exactly. It's always weird because you feel, at least I feel like, this might not be true, but this is how I always feel. You always think you would take them at home, but I feel like they always win down there and then lose at home.
I mean, would I love waking up Christmas Day knowing that we whooped the Cowboys' ass?
That would be amazing.
Christmas Eve?
That would be amazing.
That would be beautiful.
That would be great. Right? Week 17, they play the Saints again. Hurts is the Saints' daddy, so that's a dub.
Yeah, dub.
And then finish the season with the Giants, dub.
Dub.
I got them 13-4.
I got them 14-3.
14.
I'm always very optimistic.
13-4.
14-3.
I was going through. I literally was doing this at work before we started recording, and I originally went in and changed the Colts, but I was 14-3, and that scared the crap out of me. I said, this is a team that can do this, but I feel like I have high expectations.
I tell you what, the only thing that scares me, and I got them at 14-3, but the only thing that scares me is the strength of that schedule. Like, what great teams are we really
I know, that's
beating,
what I was going through.
We're going to go into playoffs. Who have we beaten on this? But that's where I'm looking for some surprises, you know? Hey, Packers come to the link. Take care of that business. Go out, beat the Colts. You know, take both games from Dallas. I don't know.
There's definitely statement games like the Carolina. We're not starting the Super Bowl thing, but the whole Carolina.
I did wear the shirt though.
The whole Carolina thing. They went down to Carolina and beat them, and then you kind of knew. They need a game like that to realize, like, okay, maybe this team is that team.
Yeah, and what we always talk about, you know, the teams that they definitely are supposed to beat.
Yes.
Gotta beat
them. You can't hiccup.
Gotta beat
As much as I agree with you that the Lions week 1 could be a little scary because the Lions are not great, But Campbell's got him out there working hard, and
Yeah, man,
they got a good foundation
they'll go through a
building.
wall for that dude.
They got a good foundation building. That's one that you need to take care of business. You
And
can't
you know,
start off with a hiccup.
Opening week, that place is going to be hype. They're going to be hype.
Yeah.
It's going to be weather in
It's
the
a business
storm
trip,
in the beginning, and then taking care of business.
It's very interesting. Like I said, 13-4, 14-3. It really. I don't want to be, once again, I don't want to be this negative guy. But it's really going to come down to how number one is going to play this year. It's going to come down to how Jalen Hurts performs. At the end of the day, if you want to put it all on him or not, this team is going to, like, there are the expectations of this, what this rebuild was. The rebuild's over.
Yeah, really.
Like, it's
we
really
did
over.
Talk about that. Like, we were anticipating this is going to take like 3 years.
We thought this was another rebuild year.
Yeah.
This offseason has completely erased that. And they are back to, like, winning, like, an easy contender to win the division. There are people in the media. The Eagles are one of those weird teams when it comes to the national media. They're either very talked about or not talked about at all. And they have really been in a lot of conversation about jumping the Cowboys, dark horse Super Bowl contenders. They're getting people's attention.
I mean, just giving us 5 primetime games says something. Somebody's excited about us, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm not going to hate on Jalen.
I'm not either, but
I've looked at, you know, the dude is putting in the work, man.
he is.
And
I'm not
you
hating.
look at the dude's resume, he's been at some big-time places, man. I feel like he's built for Philly.
I 100%
right?
agree. I'm not hating on the kid, and I wish him all the luck. But I know at the end of this year, if it's a successful season or if it's a disappointment from where they are right now, where we're talking about, it's gonna be what did he do?
Yeah, and I'm not going to dwell on that. I've got, like, the more I think about this kid, the more I look at this kid, I may be on an island by myself and people can beat me up about this, but I feel like this kid has some Russell Wilson vibes on him. And I feel like he is committed and will put in the work and get better.
He 100%
And
is.
It's another thing, and I feel like, you know, we're not at practice. We're not seeing his work ethic. But I feel like Howie and Lurie and these guys have said, we're building around
No,
this kid.
100%. The Bradberry signing today, with it being a 1-year deal, to me that shows they have faith in Hurts because they're doing these small, like that's a big deal, but it's a 1-year deal. So they know, like, this isn't just like, oh, we're gonna sign him to fill in a hole. Maybe this is the piece we need.
And you got to love that 1-year deal because that means that dude's got to come in and prove himself, right? He's got to come in and do something.
I mean, Pro Bowler in 2020, a little bit of a step back last year, but corner, you know how up and down corners can be. But he's he's been a starter all 6 years of his NFL career. He's a good number 2. He's an upgrade from can't even think of his name. Steven Nelson. He's an upgrade from Steven Nelson. You keep Maddox in the slot.
Anytime that we can take somebody from the Giants,
because they have cap issues too.
Love it.
Great.
You know, and thing I heard today is like you can bring him up and play man and man with him, where they were a little afraid of that with Nelson. He really didn't have that in his game, so they played a lot of that zone. You know,
they have 2 solid.
I feel
corners.
like the defense is gonna just be eaten this year.
This, without a doubt, that's what I was hearing on the radio today too. This defense should be like a very good defense. It should be one of the better in the league, and that's where this is, like you said, a big thing for Gannon. I was giving him a lot of pass last year because of personnel, but they went out and addressed that.
Well, we talked about that almost all season when everybody was beating him up. It was like, look what he's got, right?
Exactly.
Look what he's got to work with. Now they got him some primetime players. I mean, you know, I still say, you know, Nakobe Dean is going to come in here and be a leader.
I mean, you added
defense.
Nakobe Dean, Jordan Davis, Hassan Reddick,
Oh my God,
Kaiser White.
That Kazir
And
White.
he's been forgotten.
Yeah.
And now James Bradberry.
Yeah, I mean, woo.
It's very exciting. So
And you know, one good thing last year is if you look back at last year and the new staff and everything, guys stayed healthy.
they did. I mean, obviously that's a big thing each year is going to stay healthy, but you did for the majority stay healthy last year, which is huge. So, I mean, it's getting exciting. We got the schedule now. We ran through it like normal. We talked about it a little bit, but we'll be here next week looking deeper as we get closer and closer to camp. They're working out.
Just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we go out and get this Bradberry guy. I mean, there's still rumors that this Jesse Bates out in Cincinnati is not going to be playing for the tag. So he's disgruntled, not going to show up to camp. Howie,
That's a stud.
Howie, do some magic, man. I take nothing away from Howie. I mean, the dude has nailed it. I mean, they should be doing a remake of Draft Day, and he's the new Kevin Costner in that movie because the dude is on fire.
He has had an amazing offseason.
I mean, he said the hell with rebuild. We're reloading. You know what I mean? There ain't no rebuild. We're just going to reload.
Yeah, so, yeah. I mean, it's been crazy, though. From where we thought they were going to be to where it's ended, and now they are back to being a contending team in the NFC. At least the NFC East, that's for sure. But very exciting. We'll be here next Wednesday to continue to talk about all the hype behind the Birds as we get closer to the season. But thank you guys always for watching. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at birds_squawk. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Go Birds.